Stafford. Trying to find Cup, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Sidney Jones.
Ooh, he's running.
And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
So now a two-point conversion attempt coming for Wilson and the Seahawks. After the interception, here's Wilson. And he is into the end zone to give him a two-point lead. And they turn the pick six into a pick eight with that two-point conversion.
I love how you upset. That is outstanding right there. What a big-time play. Big switch in how this game was going, and then they capitalized with a little bit on top.
And they'll start at the 25 as Powell decides against returning it. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. On 2nd and inches, Stafford, they'll roll him out right. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
On 1st down, Akers. And he's going to bull his way forward to the 48. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder coming up here at halftime, we'll ship you off to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman will have first-half highlights and analysis from a back-and-forth first half that we've seen. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Now Stafford steps away. He'll get this to Akers out of the backfield. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound...
And this is taken in at the 5. Touchdown, L.A. Robert Woods, 39 yards. And the Rams are going to jump back in front. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the lead is up to 5. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. This is DJ Reed returning. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Sliding out of the pocket. That's to the former Ram, Gerald Everett. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. Wilson now to throw on third down. That's going to be complete to his tight end, Everett. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. They'll throw on first down with Wilson, rolling to his right. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout, as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. Dumps this one off to Chris Carson. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. They'll contain him to just 4, 2nd down. From the shotgun, Wilson on the move to his left. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
Partner, as a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock has gone off in your head.
And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. Leonard Floyd picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. Football first here, and they look to build on their lead as the 2nd half gets started. Powell now to take it out of the end zone. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the 2nd half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half it didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
A big play there for L.A. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Off of play action. Here's Stafford. That's out to the flat for Akers. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets, because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
And able to surge forward for about 5 yards down to the 10. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Throwing is Stafford. Flush to his right. This will be caught at about the 5. Touchdown! Odell Beckham from 10 yards out. And the Rams take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Gay is on for the point after. These have been no picnic for him so far. He's missed 2, but this one is good. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. No run back here for Reed, so this will come out to the 25. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
We sit in quarter number 3 out in Seattle, a 2nd and 10 now. Here's Wilson. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. Launches deep. A jump ball, and this is caught. It's a big play there for Seattle. Well, what do you think? Maybe got away with one? I mean, he's thrown 2 picks already. That looked pretty dangerous.
And it had a little hang time on it, so what he needs to do right now, hug it out a little bit with his guy, because he went up and made a play on the football and kept him from potentially throwing that 3rd interception. There was some trust in there. There was also some hope.
This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy. Let him pick up the first down.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Now it's Wilson. Rolling to his left. Pushing his way through. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3.
Not sure how you feel about it, but to me, I think we're seeing it in front of our eyes. This league continues to change. Look at the moves you ordinarily get from a running back from the quarterback position.
Yeah, that's like a Le'Veon Bell type move right there. But you're exactly right. The game's kind of evolving in that way, isn't it?
Yeah, I think the quarterback is rapidly becoming an extra running back as well.
They'll try to run with Carson. And he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. Chris Carson. Fine work there on the touchdown run. And the Seahawks are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the 3rd. Now Myers for the extra point. And this is back to a 5-point game. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. Powell now to take it out of the end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Pretty important 3rd quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. Escaping the pressure right. And he's got the hook up here. It's Woods. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Here's a run with Akers on second down. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2. 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Third and 2, Stafford. Man open, it's Cup. He's got it. And he is going to have a Rams first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
Oh, so frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here, down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or a takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
On first down at Stafford. He gets this into the hands of Cup once again. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
And these guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the 4th quarter.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Stafford going to give this to Akers. And he'll take this one down near the 15. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in. And all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is, first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, rake at the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. Now Stafford. And it's caught. And he's brought down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. Back at the 2 now. Here's 2nd and goal. Akers again. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Cam Akers, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Rams add on to their lead. And can you believe it? He misses another one, his 3rd so far. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the 4th quarter. This drive becomes very critical. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Wilson eluding the pressure right. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going Late in the game, defense trying to avoid a big play. He's able to work out of the passing game, turn it into a run, pick up the first, and stop the clock as well.
And you know in this situation, everything is sped up. The intensity, the thinking, everyone's movements. But for a quarterback, he has to continue to be what we call a flatliner. Level in everything he does and read the clock, feel it in the pocket, and go at the appropriate time. I know he was trying to get the completion downfield, but the way this game has gone, with a few of the runs he's made along the way, he should have kept the ball and taken it with his feet downfield. That's the big play that shreds the defense. Instead, he thought to himself, I'm a quarterback, I've got to throw it. He bailed out the defense with that incompletion.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Wilson. Room to run past midfield. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Now Wilson. He'll buy some time right. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be 2nd down. From the gun, it's Wilson. Out to his left. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. Well, when you're leading in the 4th quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
They'll roll him out right. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Forced out to his left. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down. 7th play of the drive forthcoming on 3rd and 8. Sliding out of the pocket. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to 4th down.
He certainly had plenty of success running the ball, and right now I'm getting the sense that he's looking to take off and run every time he steps back to throw it.
But they did a nice job there collapsing on him and holding him to a short gain. Rolling to his right. Throw right side, taken in by Eskridge. And he's able to pick up the 1st down before he's tackled right at the 10. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Steps away. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Russell Wilson. A 10-yard touchdown run. And the Seahawks have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. All right, now the Seahawks face a big 2-point conversion attempt. Throwing now is Wilson, being chased out left. And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey.
Well, as most teams do in their 2-point attempt, they pass the ball. Instead, it gets intercepted. And remember, if you pick it off, you get a chance to take it all the way back, get 2 points yourself, right?
Yeah, not the case there. That's why you got to be really careful with those throws, especially to the outside. And this one travels out of bounds, so unsuccessful there on the onside kick try. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their 2nd, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the 1st down. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with 65 seconds remaining. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Stafford now to throw. Going up top for Kupp. This is caught inside the 15. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it. Here's Gay now to add the extra point. And this part of the game's been an adventure thus far, but this one is good. Following the touchdown, here's game. So we will start here at the 25. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And now last drive so successful with the ground game, ending in a touchdown. Do you stick with that formula?
That would be the number one thing you would think of, but so many guys now would look at it and say, we've got them set up so well for play action. Now's the time to take a shot.
Yeah.
But, you know, there was a big-time coach in the state of Ohio who once said, if you throw the ball, if you put it in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. He would have kept it on the ground.
Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
And once he got out of the pocket, you thought that maybe he'd take off with it, especially here in the 2-minute drill. Sometimes defenses are focused so much downfield that there's room to run, but this time he decided to throw it unsuccessfully.
He's going to let it fly. And this is caught inside the 5. And he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter. Now Wilson on the move to his left. And he will get into the end zone to cut the deficit down to 4. So the signal caller doing it himself there on the 2-point try.
You got to like that. We always talk about the ball staying in the hands of the best players, but most of the time you want to get it to a back, pitch it to a wide receiver. In this case, the quarterback did it himself.
Well, the Rams have got it. And that should just about seal this one. They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though now. This one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could to try and get the ball on the onside kick. You're exactly right. They had to try it. It was their only option. And now this game is done. Just take it, kneel, and call it a day.
He finds some way to turn this into positive yardage as he struggles forward for a pickup of about 2. Now Stafford. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And, oh, that would get a wind-up incomplete. Nearly an interception in the end zone. Probably should have been. 3rd down coming up. And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on 3rd down. Now it's Stafford. That'll be caught. It's Kupp. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. The Rams going to be forced to use their 3rd and final timeout. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside. Higbee secures it over the middle. And he's across for the late touchdown. And in the final seconds, that one should just about put a capper on this game. Oh, and now they're going to fake it. Oh, no, he lost the football. And the Seahawks have picked it up. Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. The 30.
I need to get my swag
10,
right there.
5, and can you believe this? It's 2 points the other way on the fumble return. And the Seahawks, looks like they've recovered. They have. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. One last shot for Wilson. This to possibly force OT. And this is going to be caught. On the final play, a touchdown. How about that? And a 2-point conversion now will send us to overtime.
And understandably, this crowd is in an absolute frenzy. But they've got to back it off a little bit, let the guys operate, and they need to take a deep breath as well. They still got to get a 2-point conversion in order to tie this one.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. And the Rams have got it back.